This video is thanks to EA and the EA Creator Network. So welcome everybody. Warm welcome if you are brand new here. My name is KiwiSimsKate. Kiwi because I'm from New Zealand, Sims because I love The Sims, and Kate because that's my name. So welcome in today. We are of course building a castle. The whole community is obsessed with castles at the moment. You cannot look anywhere on socials without seeing castle builds, and I am really living for it. I was never a castle person before, but I think they've convinced me. I have really enjoyed playing around with this kit, doing some building and some styles that I just am not normally used to trying. So I've built this big castle for you today. This video is going to be slightly different to most of my others in a couple of sense. One that I probably won't talk over the whole video, so I'll just do kind of an intro. I'll tell you about my inspiration for this castle, what packs I used, all of that kind of background and detail, and then I'll probably let the video play out with some music in the background because honestly I'm not entirely sure what to talk about in this video, to be honest. And then secondly, it's different to some of my usual builds because it is not furnished. So this is purely for the exterior and the landscaping and just the general outside vibe of the castle. It was a big project and really out of my comfort zone, so I didn't want to push myself too much, especially because I wanted to get this video out as quickly as possible. Potentially I'll go back and furnish it at some stage, but I have built one castle before in the past, and it was actually for like a castle collab with a bunch of Sims builders, but they're really tricky for me. It's not that I don't enjoy them, it's just that they are definitely out of my element. I sometimes have a bit of trouble with inspiration. I get a little bit of builder's block. When I've finished them, I'm really happy with what I've come up with, but yeah, it's a lot for me. It's a big effort, so just the exterior was enough to kind of spend my time on in order to get this video out in a timely fashion. So a little bit about my inspiration for my build today. I used a very specific castle, but I also took some creative liberties. So you may potentially be familiar with a reality television show called The Traitors. There is a UK version, there's a US version, an Australian version, and a New Zealand version. As far as I know, those are all of them, but please let me know actually in the comments below. I'd be really interested to know if the Traitors exists in any other countries as well. I really enjoy the UK version in particular, not as much the other versions, but I really love the UK version. There's a season that is playing right now, in fact. It's in its last week as I'm recording this voiceover, and it's heating up. It's getting very exciting. So if you don't know about that TV show and you like reality TV, I would definitely go and seek it out and see if you can watch it where you are, because I really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun, and that's where the inspiration for this build came from. So that show is set in this big castle. Basically all the contestants spend almost all their day and their evening in this gorgeous huge castle in Scotland, and the name, I think it's Ardross. The name escapes me. I'm fairly sure. I will put it in the description below if you do want to have a look at it online. I'm fairly sure that the actual castle's name is Ardross Castle, Ardross, but I just know it as the Traitors Castle because it's on that TV show, and it's really gorgeous. It's a beautiful castle. It has this gorgeous kind of orangey brown brick tone to the whole thing. And so I used that as my inspiration. I wanted to get it as sort of close as possible. But as I said, I took some creative liberties because obviously trying to get real life to The Sims exact is quite tricky, and especially when you've got things like these rounded rooms, these towers. I don't mess with round rooms in The Sims very often, and you'll see me having all kinds of difficulties with them. They were a real challenge for me. I think I made it work. Another reason why I'm really glad I didn't bother furnishing this one. If you'd like to download it and furnish it, please let me know how you go. I would love to see screenshots of your furnished version of this. Feel free to post them in our Discord, or tag me in socials with some screenshots. I'd be really interested in that, but I'm not sure I've got the guts to take that challenge on personally. So some of the things I did change, some of the most noticeable things I changed was the length of the build and just the size of the build in general. I made it a bit smaller. I wanted to use this gorgeous lot in Windenburg, and so I didn't want the castle to kind of overtake the landscape. I wanted it to feel like it maybe did belong here. So yeah, I've shortened the build. I also have completely made up the back of the building. I'm not sure what the back of the building looks like. I only used photos. I'm sure I could have found some reference photos, but I just used a reference photo that shows the build from the front. I also tried to get the front of the landscaping close to my inspiration picture. You'll see that nearer the end that I move on to the landscaping with the kind of large sandy dirt courtyard in the front, and then these sort of rounded staircase that leads up to that forecourt in front of the castle. But yeah, so I kept those two elements, but I sort of made up a few other elements as well. Building castles is for sure a marathon and not a sprint. So although it didn't take me too long to build this because I was really focused and I used reduced number of packs, so I had fewer decisions to make, it still was tricky for me because it's not a style I am familiar with. It's not a style I kind of have in the back of my mind. So I really had to work off my inspiration photo to start with, and then once I kind of got into the groove of things, I was able to make some more personal design choices. So the packs that I have used for this build is super limited. So I only used obviously base game. I used the new kit, which is called Castle Estate Kit. And then I used two other packs. I used the expansion pack Get Together, hence why this build is set in Windenburg. And then I also used the Vampires game pack. So only 3 DLC, base game plus 3 DLC for this build. Not a lot of vampires stuff, to be honest. I don't think I ended up using, hardly any. So really, mostly the 2 DLC and base game with potentially 1 or 2 items from vampires. So that's the kind of the background of this build, and the kind of description of it. I will probably leave you shortly with a little bit of music. If you've got any questions about the build, because I'm not doing a kind of full complete voiceover for this, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or just comment if you want to say hi. I love to read your comments and interact with you all, catch up with everybody. I also just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to or welcome And thank you to some of our new subscribers over the last kind of week or so. We had a little modest but exciting to me bump in subscribers to the channel. So that's really exciting because if you are a content creator yourself on YouTube, you know the struggle is so real. It is mighty difficult to grow a YouTube channel, but I really love creating these videos for you all, and so I'm just really glad someone likes watching them. So if you want to comment anything down below, let me know. If you're a new watcher, a new viewer to the channel, say hi, introduce yourself if you feel comfortable. I'd love to hear from you. You can download this build off the gallery. As I said, my gallery ID is KiwiSimsKate. Sometimes I build over on my Twitch channel as well, so I stream live over on Twitch, and you can follow me at twitch.tv/KiwiSimsKate. And KiwiSimsKate is basically my username across any of the channels that I'm on. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, I'm even on Blue Sky and Threads, and would love to connect with you all there. So at the end of the build there will be a few screenshots. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. I hope you enjoy the video. Take care out there. Bye.